and welcome back to another episode of our new podcast series, Nivesh Sanskar, where we talk with Vinayak Sapre sir about the basic tenets of investing through simple stories and anecdotes. You can listen to this Money Konnect podcast on the Edelweiss Mutual Fund website, Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast.
Thank you, Neha. It is always a pleasure to chat with you and simplify investment through the medium of stories. Now, tell me, Neha, how often do you hear your family and friends say that their investments have doubled in 2 years or tripled in 12 years?
Very often, Vinayakji.
Actually, Neha, humans are very interesting characters. Sometimes they talk about returns in percentage terms, and sometimes they turn the other way and talk about returns in terms of number of times. कभी सोचा है ऐसा क्यों होता है?
नहीं सर.
Okay, मैं बताता हूँ. Our mind is conditioned to think in a particular way. When we talk about financial investments like fixed deposits, stocks, and mutual funds, we discuss return in percentage terms. However, when we talk about other investments like real estate, we talk in terms of times or in absolute numbers. Most people think that way. Now, I will give you two options, Neha. The first option is that you give me rupees 1 lakh every year for the next 20 years. And after 20 years, I will give you rupees 40 lakh. The second option is that you give me rupees 1 lakh every year for the next 20 years. And after 20 years, you get an 8% per annum return on this investment. Which option will you choose?
I think I will choose option 1.
Most of the people will choose option 1. However, consider this. In the first option, we talk about returns in absolute terms. So you already know that you will get rupees 40 lakh after 20 years, right? In the second option, we talk about returns in percentage terms. Let's calculate the absolute value of your returns. If you invest rupees 1 lakh every year at an annual return of say 8%, then at the end of 20 years, you will get approximately rupees 49.42 lakh. This means that if you choose the second option, you will get rupees 9.42 lakh more. Yet most investors make the mistake of choosing option 1 since it seems like an easy option to understand. Always remember that it is your hard-earned money and you must evaluate both the options before you invest.
Oh, wow, sir. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Most welcome. Now let me ask you another question, Neha. Again, I will give you two options. The first option is that Mr. A offers you 7% interest for 1 year if you lend him rupees 10,000. And the second option is that Mr. B offers you 10% interest for 1 year if you lend him rupees 10,000. Which one would you choose?
Obviously, Mr. B.
As will most people. But this is the wrong answer. The catch is that Mr. B's credit rating or credential is not great. If you knew this, would you still lend him money?
Maybe not.
Let me simplify it for you. At 10%, you will get rupees 1000. And at 7%, you will get rupees 700. However, you have to see whether it is worth risking your principal amount of rupees 10,000 just to get that extra rupees 300. Therefore, in addition to returns, you must also look at the risk in the investment. Sometimes it might be worth taking the additional risk and sometimes it might not be worth it. Similarly, when you start your financial planning journey with mutual funds, you must take into consideration your risk profile and ensure that the risk profile of the fund matches with your risk profile. When it comes to investing in debt mutual funds, the credit rating of the investments become very important. Non-government debt investments always carry some amount of credit risk. You must ensure that you are aware of the credit risk in your debt investments before you make your investment decision. Do not just look at the returns.
Thank you, Vinayak ji. Now we know how to truly evaluate investment options before making the decisions to invest. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. You can listen to more such interesting anecdotes on investing on our Money Konnect podcast. These are available on the Edelweiss Mutual Fund website, Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast for you to listen, learn, and enjoy as per your convenience. An investor education and awareness initiative